Today's devotional reading comes from Mark 6, verses 53 through 56. Let me give you a little context before we read that. Just prior to this is the episode where Jesus walks on water, and that was the night after he had fed the 5,000. Now for our reading for today. When they had crossed over, they came to land at Gennesaret and moored to the shore. And when they got out of the boat, the people immediately recognized him and ran about the whole region and began to bring the sick people on their beds to wherever they heard he was. And wherever he came, in villages, cities, or countryside, they laid the sick in the marketplaces and implored him that they might touch even the fringe of his garment. And as many as touched it were made well. Verses 55 and 56 seem to indicate that the healing events happened over a period of days or weeks or even more. And this happened because his presence was made known by word of mouth as he traveled through the region of Gennesaret. But what I want to point out is where it was they brought the sick. It was to the marketplaces that they were brought. The sick were brought to the very familiar and very public marketplaces. It seems such an appropriate place. The marketplace is where you came to exchange things, to barter one thing for another, to exchange money for needed goods. And what they were bringing was the sick, so their sickness could be exchanged for health from Jesus alone. The marketplace exchange foreshadows the great exchange that God does for us in the cross of Jesus. The cross is where our unrighteousness is exchanged for Christ's righteousness. The barter, the cost of that holy exchange, is paid in full by the blood of Christ. So when we read this account, we're also reading about our healing from the sin we bring to the marketplace, so that the price paid for that healing can be applied to our individual account, thus wiping out our debt for our sin. For that sin which we bring, we receive in exchange the full benefits of Christ for our eternal healing. In thanks for God's coming to the marketplace in Jesus Christ, amen and goodbye.